Alright, welcome back. I was having fun with this game. It's pretty cool. What I just learned last time, I'd learned about skipping boxes to lonely, whatever it was. So, am I going to be applying that? Or can I also skip this? Okay, yeah, I totally can. I see. I see what we're doing. Let me move that cursor out of the way. There we go. So we have... Ooh, getting used to these graphics again. Something about them. I don't know what it is. I mean, it is. It's the very similar colors, all near each other. But it also seems to be that when the level is scaled up so big, it's harder to view. Like maybe people watching this video on their phone won't be able to tell what my issue is, but like when this is scaled up on my monitor, like I don't know, there's something about this that makes it hard to read. Whereas if I look at like my OBS window where everything's smaller, it's a bit clearer for whatever reason. Anyway, okay, so this fruit needs to get to that heart. It'd be nice if there was like a better metaphor for the fruit getting to a particular place. This is like a heart. I guess that's the levels. That's how the level eats stuff? Sure. Or like the game eats stuff. The game that's talking to me through the signs. Whatever. Also, this one is going across there, which you can do right now. Could I have like discovered that trick earlier on? There were definitely levels where the watering can was like pointing at the water. I feel like maybe I could have done, but maybe not. Maybe it was made so that it was impossible to push in that direction when the watering can's filling the moat. Okay, so those two things need to be watered. This needs to be watered, but it needs to go across. How's it going across? Well, it could go across if... I presume it can skip. It can skip, and that can skip, and we're done. Sure. Some of the levels just sort of happen. So we need to get the fruit to there. I think that doing this immediately is going to be an issue, or is it not? Maybe it's not going to be an issue. Maybe it's not going to be an issue. What's the best way to do this? I guess if I could push it... I can. On the long bit, I was going to say, I guess if I could push it there would be best, because if it lands in one of these spaces, they'd be stuck against the water. Makes sense? Okay. Well, this is fun. The fruit's right next to where it needs to go. But this is all the way over here. Now the thing is, if I send this across, there's no way I'm sending it back, because from up there it can't fill in the thing. So I'm actually sending the fruit across. I have to be. I have to be, and I am. And I've done it. And then I do that, and then I refill the thing, and I send it back. I send it back on the tall part, yeah. Same trick as the previous level. In fact, maybe both levels don't need to exist, to be honest, because that trick is the same there. Okay. Fruit has to get there. Fruit's kind of stuck against that wall right now. Can fruit boxes go in? Yeah, they can. Everything can go in the hole. Do you get water just by being on the water? No. How else is this happening then? How else is this happening? Like what? I can't do anything with this box. Oh, I guess I can push you across. Oh yeah, oh this is cool. You're gonna go there, but now the path that this is gonna take while skimming across gets watered by the thing. That's fun. That's very fun. So all the stuff in the middle needs to get watered. Oh, this is just like a signpost level, yeah. Oh. I had an idea. If you reach the beach, would you do me a favor? They say if you jump over 7 waves, any wish will come true. If you use that wish to make me able to listen to you as well, we could have a two-way relationship. What do you think? No comments. Okay, wow, the colours are getting very strange. I thought it was going to get drier and drier, but this appears to be something else. I don't know. So that's going to block out the way out. Block out the way out. There's a box up there. It looks like it wants me to go... what does it look like it wants me to do? It looks like it wants me to push that... No. Hold on. Well, how is the ending going to work here? Like, I'm not going to be filling in that space on the right, am I? Oh, I could be, actually. I could be pushing something along... Yeah, that's totally what's happening. I'm pushing something along the water. It's going to fill in that space, I guess. It's going to hit the wall and fall in. Is that how that works? In fact, I can find out if that's how that works. Yes, okay, cool. So I know how this is ending. It's just that these things need to be watered. And there's a sign up there that also needs to be watered. Oh, is this the case that they're going to fill it and fill it? Oh gosh, okay. Okay. Chapter 7, sinking. Let's see how well you could go on these ones. Right. Neat. Oh, and the box is the thing that's going in there. That's a cool idea. The idea that the watering cans not only fill the holes, but then also skip along that same water that they're filling. Whoa. It's a good job it doesn't drain too quickly. It's a good job the watering can seems to be full of infinite water. I'm getting gradually harder to see on this background. Okay, what do we want? We want to water all of those things. You are against the edge. So you're either last or something else is happening with you. I mean, you must be last, right? And then the other issue is that if I water these and then do this, oh, I can't even do that. Don't I just want to put the box in and then... No, because you're still going to be stuck against the bottom. Except could I do something like that? I still have access to you. Yes, like this. Like this. Ooh. I guess I could have filled in the water before I put the thing in. Yeah, that would have been fine. Oh no, to get across I have to do that. Oh, but the ones on the right will also get water, so I have no reason to push that up there. Let's just do this. Push that in. Oh. I mean, I could push this over, then push you in. There we go. There we go. Watering can here. So that's probably skipping across the water. Because what else can it do? Okay. So for the two at the top, I'm either going to need a left or an up, and the left and the up are on the right. I might be bringing both watering cans across there. What even happens if I do this? Are you going to hit that and then sink? Maybe that's okay. I don't really need to water that space again. But then what did that gain me? Nothing really. Oh, except the fact I can't go across there. So, yeah, that gains me a lot. For some reason I thought I was already across. In fact, what? Am I just doing this? That one was weird. I feel like I didn't use the like sync mechanic, which is what this section's about, right? Wait, what's that? That's different, isn't it? Isn't that different to normal? I now recognize this pattern of a little bit sticking out of the water as being like, that's where I want to push the thing to. Okay, no, it's just normal fruits, okay. So, I see. So, how can we fix this problem on the right-hand side so it's not stuck against the water? By there being a platform there. Although, no. No, that doesn't help. It would help. Of course it would. We just fill in both. Let's make a bridge across. It's... Okay, now we've got one in the box. So obviously this would make it turn into a fruit, but then it'll sink, which is not a good thing. So how do I... The box does need to go in the water. Like in the water of the watering can. I guess like this. So bring that up one. Push you over. Oh, but then I can't push them. How is this working? How is this working? Pushing to the right is never good. Pushing it left, is there anything that can happen? Pushing it down can never happen. So it's going to the left somewhere, but it's not going in the water. Therefore, it has to be skipping across. But then everything's stuck. Except the fact I can push you in the thing, but then I've not watered you. So what else can even happen here? If I push this in, does it water it? It does. Oh, I see. That's what you're teaching me here. Okay. Maybe slightly counterintuitive. I would feel like, I guess with maybe if there were an extra frame of the thing falling into the hole, that would feel more intuitive. But because the falling is like instantaneous, it doesn't feel like there would be any time for the watering to happen. Okay. What needs to happen here? You need to be watered. You're not in a box. You need to get over there. For you to be watered, it has to be this one. Obviously, there's going to be another purpose to this. I reckon the box is... what do I reckon? I don't know. The box exists to let this one water the thing, right? However, how? What I'm seeing is that there's like platforms, not platforms, like bits of wall sticking out for the box to hit. But I kind of want it to be like there so that this can go on top of it. How would that happen? That's not going to happen. Okay. Because it is going to be this upwards facing one that's watering the thing. So the downwards one is going to be filling this after I've got the fruits. And there's no way we are forming a path that would get to the heart. So no, that has to go somewhere. Where are the places it could go? Well, if it, like, obviously I can fill in spaces with the box. Oh, I could put that there early. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So fill in the water. Send this that way. This is cool. Really cool puzzle. Okay. You're going across early. And then I can get rid of this and it doesn't need to water the water anymore or water the hole. And I can go across. Ah, that was really good. Very nice. Okay, we've got a sand timer. That's concerning. It's ominous in some weird way. How am I getting to the sign? By filling in a space somewhere. So not like this. Oh yeah, like this. That's why that rock's there. I see you. When you reach the beach, the game will end and I will cease to exist, but I'm fine with this. I'm doing what I like and what I'm best at, being a puzzle game. Okie dokie. Is that... Oh, there's like a little platform across. Why? Why do we have a new thing? I guess it's a platform across water. Yeah, the water can be there. Well, that's no good. I could just get rid of you and push you over. Oh, wait. You're not going there, you're going to the other thing. What's this say? Chapter 8, Bridges. Let's chill a little bit with this last rule before we get to the final stretch. Interesting. I guess we're getting there. Have I messed things up? Because now nothing's going to go across there. I don't think I can move the bridge, as far as I can tell. So let's just do this and not get this stuck. Yeah, this is totally fine if I just don't do anything silly. I guess I still have to read the sign though. Yep. Okay. So the fruit's going to get pushed from here probably. Therefore the box is going to fill that space. So let's do this. That. Now can I get these things all around each other? I guess I can just bring stuff over here. Fill this. Put the fruit there. Push it up. Cool. Okay. Very large level. So, those things need to be watered, but I also need to... Oh, in fact, yeah, just doing that does everything. Curious. But the issue is I can't walk the exit, I guess. Yes. So is this a case of I want to be doing something while I'm past that, or is there some way I'm getting along the water? No, there's no way I'm getting along the water. So I want to do something once I'm past here that makes this get watered. I guess. What would that be? How's the bridge relevant here? What would that be? Well, I guess if you... Oh, okay. Yeah. Having the upwards facing watering can up in that space at the end. So I need to get it up there without it watering. But maybe it's more a case of I need to get it up there without the water going up there. Like this. But then how do I... Oh no, okay, that can go across the path that I've just made. Yes. There we go, very cool. Whoa, so much stuff going on in this level. So that is going to get watered and I have no choice. I could push that in afterwards if I want to. And this is a downwards facing one. But what is even going on here? What is even going on? Wait, so that finished the level. And that's just a case of leaving. Just a case of leaving. I mean, I want the thing to be full of water, right? I guess this is just a one-way passage so that I can't go and disrupt the watering can at the bottom. And then this is just a box puzzle, I guess. Wait, what do I even want to do here? I guess I want you to be in there. But you're never going to go in there unless... Oh, unless I push you... I was going to say horizontally across here, but there's a rock here. And I can't push anything into this corner. Something's telling me, oh, I could block this off and that would drain the thing. Okay, yeah, got it, got it. So you put you there, take this around, this to the top. The shape of stuff up here was like telling me something. Ooh, there's a thing there. Oh, but I can block off the next bit. It's fine. Yes. There we go. A nice little extra twist at the end. At least I'm glad that you like this sort of game. That's actually the only thing I know about you, because you already got so far. You're very correct. Oh, it's getting darker, I see. It's not just like drier. Chapter 9, finale. We are finally reaching the beach. The next levels are the hardest ones. Don't give up. Uh-oh. Okay, so I've got to water all that stuff. This isn't going to be watering that, so it is going to be this filling up with the water that's doing it. I guess I want like these boxes to help me walk across after the fact. So, well, if I fill this, okay, I can also not bring anything around this corner. I can put that there, and I can push you across to it. Well, if I filled that in. Oh, and that blocks that from being watered. That's very interesting. Currently just messing about. But I've never taken the can around there. I was thinking like maybe I ended up watering that one from here, but no, because it's never going around that corner. So I probably am building a 3-long bridge, although I'd have to get past them. And then I can't water these. So no, these have to be watered by this filling up with water. Therefore, these two spaces are going to fill with water at some point. There's also not a lot of room down here to do other stuff. But if I do that immediately, then I can never do anything with this. So clearly I want to put this block somewhere that's going to help me somehow. But I can't block that in, otherwise that'll never get watered, right? I think so. Alright, where was I? I was playing this morning and then I went out for lunch and got coffee and all sorts of things, and now it's hours later and I don't remember what I was doing. We're now at the apparently hard bit of the game, right? Final chapter, maybe? Okay, so let's figure out what I was thinking about. I've got to get across there. I've got to water all those things. That's gonna happen like that. Like, I'm never watering that left plant with this watering can because there's no space below it, so I have to be doing it by filling in this stuff. However, if I fill in the water, I can't push this box anywhere, and this box is clearly doing something. Oh, but it might be... Okay, I see what could be happening here. Ooh, yes, I very much see. Put it on that plant so that plant can't get watered, and then push it along to hit that plant. That seems very interesting to me. Yep. I can't bring that box around. Do I need to? I can put that in the water, push that up, and we're done. That was cool. 2 bridges. 2 fruits in boxes. I mean, this is just like, yeah, this is symmetrical over the diagonal. Symmetrical. What's the proper way of speaking? Okay, what do I actually want to do here? I want to water both of those fruits. Oh, how is that happening? Well, is it just happening by me doing the whole trick where I do this? Then push this in? And then I can push that back over and across? Sure, why not? I know there's the other 2 plants, and they are going to be a problem, aren't they? But this does get me the 2 fruits. Okay, so that's how that's happening. So there's these. Now the problem with these is this. That can only be watered by that, so I still need to have things left over? Whoa, how's that going to happen? I still need to have the watering cans at the end, ultimately, because it's going to have to go there. The other one can't do it. Whoa. So then how on earth is this coming out? The hearts do need to be satisfied. So I need both fruit. Oh wait, it can skip across, of course. I can do this. I can skip it across the water. And it turns into that. Same for the other one. Ah, but now that's stuck there, except it's not, because it can bounce across onto the bridge. Okay. Let's skip this one across, and then maybe rescue you. Well, not rescue, but get you there. Go there. Okay. Can I untangle this mess? Not if I put you like that. Let's first get you out of the way. Same with you. Get these over here. Can I now take these through? Sure I can. I'm done, right? Cool. Yay. Okay, we've got the fruit and 2 boxes. Fruit has to get over there. What's the issue? Okay, so the issue at the beginning is that I cannot, like, fill in this moat with water. So there'd have to be a box going somewhere. Why can't I just put the 2 boxes in and push the fruit over? Because then it's going to be stuck at the end. Yes, I see. Because I'm going to have to push it like this. And then I can't go across. And it's stuck against this wall. Okay, curious. So surely at some point I'm doing something like putting you there and then this. Something like that? But then how am I ever... Ooh, well that's not great. Although that would be better if this were over on this side. Oh, sure. Push you over. Push that in. I mean, it doesn't help me get across. Except I totally see how it's supposed to work. That's really cool. What am I doing? What am I doing? That goes in there. That goes on top of it. After I've watered the fruits. Then we do what we just did. That goes across. Yeah, that goes there. That also goes across. So then I use the watering can as my bridge over here. Oh, no I don't. Oh, it has to be on the left-hand side. Yeah, there's no other way that could work. Oh, unless the fruit's going over the left. Does that make a difference? That doesn't make a difference. No, yeah, I want this to sink. But then if it's on the... how's that going to work if I do this? Do this. What's going to happen? You can go across that bit. Yeah, this should be fine, right? It's the same-ish. But then you're not going to get across that bit. Except if I... Ooh, I don't know. That's going to get filled in. But then I can't fill this with water anymore. Interesting. Was it really not solvable from what I was doing before? Maybe it was. Let's go back to that solution. Potential solution. Undo, 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 undo. Now if I could... The problem is you're always filling that in. But the fruit does need to go across. I obviously need to go across a different way. How's that going to happen if that's filling the water in? Yeah, on the left-hand side, at least the watering can wouldn't be filling the water in, but I don't need it to be one stem crossed, right? No. Was that correct? Was I doing the right thing then? Do this. Put that on there to push the fruit across. What was the issue? The issue was that, yeah, then this blocks off the water. Oh, maybe the fruit's going on the other side, but what difference will that make? And maybe nothing's going through the middle. That's a little red herring. But this doesn't make a difference, right? That's still going to block that off. So I need to cross to push the fruit. And to cross to push the fruit, a block's need to go in. A box. So that needs to not cut off the water supply. So it can't be to the right of the watering can. So it has to be on the left. What happens if I haven't thought this through properly? What if I do my original thing and the fruit is like over here on the left? Why would that make a difference? What was even the problem? I haven't retained it in my head. You go there. That is pushable from the side. The problem is still the same. Like this is going to be filling that in. That can go in the middle. Yes, that can go in the middle. I cross in the middle. Yes, that's it. Okay. I think that works. You go over here. You go in the middle. You go there. You go across. Yes, okay. For a moment there I thought that wasn't going to work. Very cool puzzle. Yeah, I like the trick of it looking like something needs to go through the middle and something does go through the middle, but it's not the fruit. Like the way the fruit is set up to look like, oh, you could have pushed it across that gap into the heart that's in the middle. If the heart had been over here, it would have given away the solution, kind of. Oh, signs. Are we done? The beach is just ahead. Stick you with me. You know, before this all started, I also made a wish. Did you know? I wish to find someone who would also feel pleasure in nourishing these gardens, someone who would listen to my heart. Then you showed up. In a way, you saved me. You didn't need saving, game. Puzzle games are somewhat short lives, but I'm grateful for every single second we went through together. Ah. Don't forget about our wish, okay? Our wish? Your wish? Is this the ocean? I think this is the ocean. I mean, so this is set up to, like, allow me to fill that in? But why would they do that? Instead of just bringing it around here. I guess I can do that. And then I can go. Oh, no, I just do a little dance. Thank you, player. This is the end. Meeting you was the seed that sprouted into a strong certainty. The certainty that there are people out there who will like me for what I am. If the wish that we made comes true, I will be reborn and finally able to listen. Did we make a wish at some point? That way I can find out what other things... Oh, yeah. That way I can find out what other things we can nourish together. Maybe it will be with you. Maybe it will be with someone else. Maybe there will be many with whom I will share this pleasure. But one thing I'm sure, one way or another, I will be loved. While we don't meet again, play other games. Accept nothing less than reciprocity. How do you even say that word? Reciprocity? Each one has something to ask and something to give. I hope you cherish each relationship and grow with each one of them. Farewell. The end. Ta-da! That was nice. Curious story. and narrative, I guess. Yeah, really cool mechanics. Like quite a complex set. I mean, not as complex as some other games I'm playing. But it was interesting the way they like gradually revealed them chapter by chapter. Yeah, that was really nice. And yeah, strange how some of those things overlap with things I've been thinking about doing for a puzzle game. And maybe it's given me some ideas and thoughts, or maybe I'm going to be like, well, I have to do things differently. Otherwise, it's very similar to Nourish. We'll see. Yeah, I had a good time with that. That was really nice. I think my only thing that I think would have been nicer is if the visuals were less like, if they were just easier to pass, I guess. I remember thinking like, oh, the world's getting drier, but I think maybe it was just meant to be a time of day thing. Possibly, I'm not totally sure. I'd have to like go back and see like what is it still meant to look grassy? It's just like browner and like orangier because of the sun setting or whatever. Because like clearly later on, it was all about. It was like purple, like nighttime. So I'm not totally sure. Anyway, that was fun. See you next time for. Are we sticking with short games? I don't know. I don't remember what's on my list. I have a list of games that I take a look at when I am thinking about doing, well, when I need to do another video. And right now I'm sort of in a short game mood, but I would like to get to some other stuff. And I guess the other thing is not all games are as long as Beat and Nothingness. There's like short and there's normal, and then there's Beat and Nothingness. So we'll see. We shall see. There's plenty of games on my list though. Lots to get through. I'm scrolling through it right now. It's a long list. Like at some point I should probably prune things off the list. And not all of them are puzzle games, which is interesting. Now that my channel is named Joe Plays Puzzle Games, will I ever get to them? Maybe I'll do like off-schedule videos or something for non-puzzle games and like label them. We shall see. Okay, cool. Whatever it is, I'll see for that then. Goodbye.